Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Krupa. I'm a dietitian with Employee Wellness, and today we'll be talking about hydration. So let's get started. So today we'll be talking about the importance of hydration, the recommended intake, what beverages count, and tips to avoid dehydration. So we'll get started with the importance of hydration. So our body basically depends on water to survive. Every cell, tissue, and organs in our body need water to work properly. For example, our body uses water to maintain its temperature, remove waste, and lubricate our joints. Water is needed for overall good health. Bones consist of 22% water. It lubricates our joints, which is cartilage that is found in our joints and our disc of the spine. It contains about 80% water. Long-term dehydration can reduce the joint shock absorbing ability, leading to joint pain. It also delivers oxygen throughout our body. Blood is more than 83% water, and blood carries oxygen to different parts of our body. Our brain makes up nearly 80% of water, and the activity in our brains and nervous system depends on the abundant ability of it. Water helps boost concentration, reaction, and creativity. Our airways need it as well. So when we're dehydrated, our airways are restricted by the body in an effort to minimize water loss. This can make asthma and allergies a lot worse. And muscles consist of 73% water. So the benefits of drinking water. So it increases our energy and relieves fatigue. Since our brain is mostly water, drinking it helps us think, focus, and concentrate better and be more alert. As an added bonus, our energy levels are also boosted. It promotes weight loss. It removes byproducts of fat, reduces eating intake by filling up our tummies with water, especially if we drink them before meals, and reduces hunger. It's a natural appetite suppressant, and it raises your metabolism and has 0 calories. It flushes out our toxins. It gets rid of waste through sweat and urination, which reduces the risk of kidney stones and UTIs. It also helps up our skin complexion. It moisturizes our skin, keeps it fresh, soft, glowing, and smooth. It gets rid of our wrinkles. It's the best anti-aging treatment around. It maintains regularity. It aids in digestion as water is essential to digest our food and prevents constipation. It also regulates our body temperature. Water that is stored in the middle layers of our skin comes to the skin's surface as sweat. When the body heats up, as it evaporates, it cools the body down. Some scientists have suggested that when there is too little water in the body, heat storage increases and the individual is less able to tolerate heat strain. It also prevents injuries. If you find yourself with bad knees, sore back, or weak joints, water might be just your answer. Lying in between each bone is a tissue called cartilage, which is there to absorb shock in order to protect our joints and our bones. Water acts as a protectant, and it helps lubricate these joints by keeping the cartilage moist, and therefore essential for looking after these areas, especially if you're physically active on a regular basis. It also helps relieve headaches. Dehydration is one of the main causes of headaches. So try a few glasses of water instead of reaching for that painkiller next time. As I said, the brain is made up of 80% water, so the tissue shrinks when we get dehydrated, causing pain receptors to get triggered. So water affecting our energy levels and brain functions. Our brain is strongly influenced by our hydration status. Studies show that even mild dehydration, such as loss of 1 to 3% of body weight, can impair our many aspects of our brain function. In a study in young women, researchers found that fluid loss of 1.4% after exercise impaired both mood and concentration. It also increases the frequency of headaches. Many members of the same research team conducted a similar study in young men. They found that fluid loss of 1.6% was determined to be working memory and increased feelings of anxiety and fatigue. A fluid loss of 1 to 3% equals about 1.5 to 4.5 pounds of body weight loss for a person weighing about 150 pounds. This can easily occur through normal daily activities, let alone during exercise or high heat. So now let's look at the recommended intake. So according to the US National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine, the average recommended daily intake of water from both food and drinks is about 125 ounces for men, which is about 15.5 cups, and 91 ounces for women, which is just over 11 cups. However, 80% of this should come from drinks, including water, and the rest should come from food. That means men should drink about 100 ounces and women should drink about 73 ounces. Fresh fruits, vegetables, and all non-alcoholic fluids count towards this recommendation. It's possible to take in too much water if you have certain health conditions, such as thyroid, kidney, or liver, or heart problems, or if you're taking medication that may retain water, such as non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, opioid pain medication, and some antidepressants. So the question is, how much water a day should you drink? So there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Water intake must be individualized, and you should check with your doctor if you're unsure about the right amount for you. So you can modify your fluid intake. So there might be reasons on why you should modify your fluid intake. So one could be exercise. If you do any activities that make you sweat, you need to drink extra water to cover the fluid losses. It's important to drink water before, during, and after a workout. It also depends on your environment, especially in Florida, because we're hot and humid, can make you sweat and require additional fluids. Dehydration could also occur at high altitudes as well. Overall health, your body loses fluid when you have a fever, vomiting, or diarrhea. Drink more water or follow a doctor's recommendations to drink oral rehydration solutions. If you have a health condition like diabetes, you would also need to want to drink more water. Some medications, like we talked about, like diuretics, can also make you lose water. So other conditions that might require increased fluid intake for like a bladder infection or a UTI as well. And then pregnancy and breastfeeding. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you may need additional fluids to also stay hydrated. So what beverages count? So first and foremost, let's look at the common types of water. So tap water. This water you get from your tap at home. It usually comes from a city source or a privately owned well. Mineral water comes from underground sources. It naturally contains at least 250 parts per million of minerals from dissolved solids. Spring water is also from an underground source that rises naturally to the surface like a spring, and it must be bottled at the source. Distilled water has its minerals removed. That happens through distillation process, where the water is vaporized and then condensed back into a liquid form. And purified water is water that has been treated by reverse osmosis, ozonation, or distillation. So most tap water undergoes purification process like distillation or reverse osmosis. Meanwhile, some bottled water may simply be unprocessed tap water. Just because the water is bottled doesn't necessarily mean it's mineral or spring. Most drinking water in the US is safe. Drinking water standards are tightly regulated by the EPA, which is Environmental Protection Agency, and bottled water is regulated by the FDA. So you may wonder whether sparkling water can count towards your goal due to its acidity. The main ingredient in carbonated water, which is also known as Fetzel water or sparkling water, are water and carbon dioxide. Yet some types have added flavoring and minerals like sodium bicarbonate, potassium sulfate, and sodium chloride. Most common types of carbonated water are sparkling water or seltzer water, is tap water that has been filtered and artificially carbonated. The gas in the mineral water occurs naturally, but it may be fortified with additional carbon dioxide, either artificially or from the same source as the water. Aside from the carbon dioxide water, soda water contains sodium bicarbonate and possibly other compounds to regulate its acidity. Tonic water is carbonated water and mineral water that has quinine, which gives it a bitter taste and often masked by the sweetness and flavorings. When carbon dioxide dissolves in water, its pH drops, result in a slightly acidic beverage. The final product is fizzy, which may make it more appealing than regular water for many people. Oh, sorry. One study investigated in hydrating effects of 13 drinks, including sparkling water, by establishing each drink beverage hydrating index. And the beverage hydrating index evaluates the volume of the urine produced by any drink compared to with still water. The study concluded that sparkling water was just as hydrating as still water. Furthermore, it is determined that drinks with higher mineral content tend to be more hydrating. While some sparkling waters may have more sodium than regular water, the sodium content of regular water can vary widely based on geographic location. But if your stomach has issues and bloating, carbonated water may worsen those symptoms. So just to be cautious about that. In recent years, coconut water has become quite the trendy beverage. In addition to being naturally sweet and hydrating, coconut water is loaded with several important nutrients, including minerals that many people don't get enough of. Coconut water contains 94% of water and very little fat. Natural coconut water is slightly sweet with a subtle nutty flavor. It is also fairly low in calories and carbs. Another added blood sugar benefit of coconut water is that good source of magnesium, which may increase insulin sensitivity and decrease blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes or prediabetes. With all this in mind, it's important to note that coconut water contains carbs, which are broken down into sugar in the body. So if you're living with diabetes or pre-diabetes, do be mindful of coconut water. Coconut water may be the perfect beverage for restoring hydration and replenishing electrolytes. Electrolytes like potassium and magnesium are naturally found in coconut water. They also help maintain proper fluid balance. One of the reasons coconut water may be connected to lower blood pressure is impressive potassium content. 500 milligrams of potassium in just 8 ounces. Potassium has been shown to lower blood pressure in people with high or normal blood pressure. It's freshest directly out of the fruit, but if you aren't able to fill your fridge with fresh coconuts, which most of us aren't, there are many brands on the shelves today. Just be sure to read the ingredients and verify that you're getting 100% coconut water. Some bottled brands also contain an added sugar and flavoring agents that you want to be cautious about. So is water the only option? No, you don't need to rely on just water to meet your fluid needs. You can also eat a significant amount of different foods, such as many fruits and vegetables, such as watermelon and spinach are almost 100% water by weight. Also, low or no calorie beverages such as plain coffees, teas, sparkling water, and other flavored waters are low calorie choices that can be part of a healthy diet. In addition, beverages such as milk, juice, and herbal teas are composed mostly of water. Even caffeinated drinks such as coffee and soda can contribute to your daily water intake. But go easy on the sugar-sweetened beverages. Regular soda, energy, and sport drinks and other sweet drinks usually contain a lot of added sugar, which provide more calories than you actually need. How to avoid dehydration. So there are different signs that can signal you that you may be dehydrated, which could be little to no urine, urine that is darker than usual, dry mouth, sleepiness, fatigue, extreme thirst, headache, confusion, dizziness, feeling lightheaded, no tears when you're crying. Note that water makes up more than half of your body weight. You lose water each day when you go to the bathroom, sweat, or even when you breathe. You lose water even faster when the weather is really hot, when you're physically active, or when you have a fever. It can also lead to rapid water loss. Be sure to actively drink plenty of water to make sure you don't become over dehydrated. So the key to your pee, if you don't drink enough water, you may be dehydrated. This means that your body doesn't have enough fluids to operate properly. Your urine can be an indicator if you're dehydrated. If it's colorless or light yellow, you're well hydrated. If your urine is dark yellow or amber, you are possibly very dehydrated. So the key to your pee, so when you look at the chart, if you're 1 and 2, the pale, odorless, and is often indicated that you're well hydrated. Keep drinking at the same rate. If your pee is number 3 and 4, which is mildly hydrated, slightly darker yellow can indicate that you need to drink at least a cup of water, and maybe even drink a water cup now. 5 to 6 is you're dehydrated. Dark yellow urine is often an indication that you're dehydrated. You should probably drink 2 to 3 cups of water. And then 7 to 8, which is dark and it should strong smell of urine in small amounts, can be a very sign of dehydration. You probably should drink a very large bottle of water immediately. Certain foods, medications, and vitamin supplements may change your urine color, even if you're hydrated. The colors on the chart should only be used as a guide. And tips to drink more water. So you maybe carry a water bottle a day and refill it throughout the day, which would be the first option. You can also choose water over sugary drinks. One way to drink more water and boost your health is reduce your calorie intake, and to replace it with other drinks, such as replace water with other drinks such as soda or sports drinks. Those drinks are often filled with added sugars, and they can extremely be detrimental to your health. Opt for water when eating out. You'll save money and reduce calories. Maybe even add a fresh fruit like wedge of lime or berries, mint, cucumber to your water. This can help improve the taste of water and help you drink a little bit more than you usually do. You can kind of set reminders on your phone or every hour or something like that on your smartphone, your smartwatches, for you to drink a little bit of water and refill it. An easy way to boost your water intake is to simply drink 1 glass when you wake up and another before you go to sleep. A glass of cold water in the morning may help you wake up and boost your alertness. Plus, drinking water before you go to bed can keep you from having dry mouth and bad breath overnight. Making sure your kids are getting enough water as well. Always have reusable water bottles for them at all times. So this brings me to a challenge that we're doing, which is the Plink and Drink Challenge, which will take place from August 7th to September 3rd. So this is a great way to kind of help with increasing your hydration and even staying exercise by plinking. So you can scan this QR code or visit gatorcare.org/water to learn more about this challenge. And then also you can try to do, and they'll have like different activities that will be happening if you submit your weekly check-ins to the website that's on this QR code, gatorcare.org/water. You can also they'll do like weekly giveaways, like maybe even a $25 Amazon gift cards. You can even be an overall winner and walk away with the golden water bottle trophy. So you can have bragging rights to your whole department, right? So check your emails consistently once you sign up to make sure you don't miss the link to submit your challenges weekly. You can also see the picture of our leadership that is already in the spirit for
Yeah.
the planking challenge. Any questions? Well, thank you for joining today. I'll stay on for a few minutes longer so you can scan the QR code. And if you have any questions, I'll be here to answer them. Thank you.